Good morning, everyone. How are you today? I hope that you are doing well. It is Wednesday, August 31st, end of the month. September is tomorrow. It is so hard to believe that it came so quickly. Summer is pretty much over. Kids are back in school. Things are so usually they calm down a little bit this time of year because you get into a routine, which is very helpful. I am sure, especially you of those of you who have small kids. Okay, so yesterday's journal. Let me go ahead and pull it up here real quick. Yesterday's journal was our scripture was Matthew 11:28, and it talked about your labor being come to me all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. So I was able to do just a quick little drawing here. I just did my usual tracing of a yoke. And I have a video on the Facebook group here showing how I did that. If you're not busy tonight, I would love to have you join me this evening. I am going to be doing a quick little tutorial. Let me move this. I'm going to be doing a quick little tutorial tonight on how to make some of your dates pretty. I get a lot of comments about them that people like that. Good morning. Good to see you here. That they like how I fancy up my pages a little bit with a date. What I've done is I actually have gone online and I've looked up dates for journaling, and I've printed off several different pages, and that's where I get my ideas for just things that I find online. I don't want to share those with you because you can look for those yourself. So what I did was I went through September, and I was able to let me pull it up here and I'll share it so you can see what I'm talking about. So I went ahead and came up with my own designs for the whole month of September. So you can see all the ones through September 1st through 30th are all on here somewhere. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time talking to you about how to do them, talking about the stencils I use, the designs I use. It'll be a really quick meeting. It won't be long, I promise. But I just wanted to give you kind of a little bit of a tutorial so that you knew how I do that. Okay? So if you can join me, it'll be at 9:30 tonight Eastern time. I'd love to have you join me. That would be fantastic. If not, it will be recorded here in the group and you can watch it later. So I hope that you can make it. Alrighty, so Karen, Denise, how are you this morning? Are you ready for today's devotional? Yes? Okay. All right, let me see here. Today's devotional is it's 1 Peter 5, verse 7. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. So it doesn't take much to get stressed out these days, does it? Without even trying, all the pressures from work and kids and parents and friends, your future, painful circumstances, I could go on and on. They can feel extremely overwhelming, and they can cause anxiety even in people who don't normally feel anxious. You love this verse, Karen. So do I. So do I. It's a hard one, though, isn't it? So today's verse reminds us that we will have anxiety, or some versions say worry or stress in our lives. But the good news is it tells us what we should do about it. We're challenged to give our worries to God, to cast it all on him. So what does he mean by that? Well, he's trying to tell us that we need to let it go, cast it all onto him. We need to give up wanting full control of everything in our lives. He's telling us to release it, trust God to guide us and direct us through his life. We cannot do it ourselves. So how do we do that? As humans, we tend to be prideful. I talked about this yesterday, about how we want to do it all by ourselves. But in order to give our cares, our worries, our anxieties, our suffering to God, we must humble ourselves to God. We need to accept God's rules instead of ours, even when we don't understand it. We need to accept it even when he doesn't give us an explanation. Suffering humbles us, and it forces us to accept God in our lives because there's no other way to get through it. There's no other help that's going to give us that same peace, that same rest that we need for our weary souls. Whatever you're going through today, the good news is that God is calling us to cast those cares, those worries, those anxieties on him because he loves us that much. He's telling us that the weight of the world and all its problems are too heavy for us to carry. And he wants to carry it for us. And the best part of giving something away is that we no longer have to carry it, do we? So if we give it all to God, we no longer have to worry about it. There's no doubt that God is going to hear our requests, our prayers. But the question is, are we willing to trust him and give them to him? I challenge you, and I challenge myself, to share your burdens with the one who cares more about us than anyone ever could. So I challenge you to do that today. I want you to say a prayer that God will, and tell him you are casting all your worries onto him today. And feel that peace, feel that calmness that comes over you. Okay? All right, what do you think of this verse, guys? You said it's your favorite, Karen. How do you feel when you turn things over to God? Does it give you immediate relief, or do you struggle with letting go? I struggle with letting go. I've said it before, I'm the one who says, I can do it myself. I'm a big girl. I can do it. I don't want you to do that. I want you to give it all to him and have that relief. Okay? All right. Thank you for joining me. I hope you can join me tonight at, like I said, 9:30 Eastern Time p.m. If you can make it, great. If not, it will be recorded. Okay? All right. And if you have not gotten your download yet for September, there is a link in the group that you can go and get your September downloads that will start tomorrow. And also, please don't forget, you can buy the whole kit of the $4.99 kit, which includes the verses and a whole bunch of extras. Another nice thing that it has are the cards that you can print and give out. I have a couple that I'm going to be sending out today to a few friends that I feel need to just have a little bit of encouragement. The one says, friendship isn't a big thing, it's a million little things. Thanks for being my friend. So I'm actually going to print this one and send it to quite a few of my friends today. Let's see here. Karen says, I struggle with letting go. I give it to him, then take it back. But he cares for me anyway. I hear you, Karen. That's me too. All right. Thank you for joining me, ladies. I really appreciate it. And we will see you either this evening or I'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.